Hey, hello everyone. It's Friday. What else can you say other than sing it? Right? How do you just say that? You got to sing it. So, happy Friday. I don't know what you guys are doing, and the only reason I care that it's Friday is because guess what? Friday night is pizza night. Pizza, 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 pizza. I could probably have pizza every night of the week. I don't know that for sure, but I bet I could. But we have pizza every night, every Friday night at our house. And interestingly, in my own family, that's what I do. But even as a kid, it was Friday night pizza night. So seems like a tradition. Where's the Hierophant? We need the Hierophant card with the pizza card. That means traditionally it's pizza. All right. Well, welcome. I hope you're all doing well. Hi, Jane J. Thank you so much for being here. Jane J is one of my moderators. Make sure you give her a thumbs up in the chat. Let's see, Martin. Martin, how are you? Ooh, looks like somebody's giving you the eyes, huh? At the checkout. Lila, hello, Vashu and Kristen. Hi, how are you guys doing? Afra, OG Mask, beautiful Aries, Preeti. So good to see all of you. Lisa Farrell, yay. I just did a reading this morning. I had a private reading from somebody from Ireland. And of course, I always have to say my thing that my husband is half Irish and his dad is literally born in Ireland. He came here when he was 5. That's pretty much the extent of my story, but it makes me always feel like, hey man, I'm Irish by marriage. I don't know. All right, friends. So let's see what we've got. Now, this is how it works. I'm just going to give you a quick rundown. This is Tarot at 12. So this is live, free tarot readings. You can go ahead and post your question there in the chat. Do not spam the chat, please. Yes, the top of the chat does eventually fall off. So in that case, and you want to write it again, no problem. But when you're banging the chat with the question every 2 or 3, that's not okay. So don't do that because that's the way you'll get timed out. So we don't want that. And also, if you'd like to go first, you can make a donation. All donation readings are done first. My donation link is in the description, and my moderators post it for you in the chat. If you have questions, you can ask one of my moderators or me. Just so you know, though, I only check the chat pretty much in between readings, and unless I'm looking for feedback or something. So don't be offended if I don't greet you personally. I'm just super focused. All right, friends, let's do it. This is my clear quartz, of course, and this is Steampunk Tarot. Woohoo! Cool backs, huh? I really like this one. I trimmed it, of course. Anything that has borders just better stay away from my house because I'm most likely going to trim it. All right, so let us see. We're going to start off, it looks like, wait a minute, let me get out of here. My dad just let me know that this is my Christmas present is going to be a new monitor. I'm super excited. So he just told me that a little bit ago. So I'm riding high on my future Christmas present. All right, friends, let's go ahead. Let's pick a reading, okay? Preeti, how are you? You were the first one here, weren't you? All right, thanks, Preeti. Let's get your question. When will Jajit read my Facebook message this week or next? Yeah, what is up with that? So we're going to use the Witch's Tarot, which is also trimmed. Just got to say that every time, I guess, huh? Yeah, Preeti, you're first. How about that, man? Pretty cool. Preeti, when will Jajit read my message on Facebook? Well, not mine. When will Jajit read Preeti's message on Facebook? This week or next? This week or next? All right, what we're going to do, Preeti, we're going to say, you know what, this week, we're going to go next week. And then we're going to go put this as a clarifier. So we're still going to do 4 cards. We're just setting it out a little differently because we are comparing 2 different things, right? So this week, next week. Whatcha? Let's see what it is, what we've got first, huh? Okay. And then we're clarifying it with this. Ooh, okay. Well, we've got some good things here. All right. So I'm going to go with, this week's almost over if you're doing it calendar week. I mean, if you're thinking 7 to 14 days from today, clearly that's different. But what's today? Friday, as I went on and on about, and I already forgot. Friday. So we've got, now I don't know if you do your week, through the weekend, so Sunday, or if it's just today and tomorrow left. But what I'm seeing is maybe toward the end of that week, which could be, tomorrow or Sunday, I'm not sure. Somebody's thinking about it. We've got success. So whether that means picking it up and reading it, on Saturday night or something weird, like, last minute of the week. I mean, this is the thinking. So you sent a message, and we all know how Facebook works. People realize it, and sometimes they just don't open it right away. Unless you have your notifications set off, I guess you won't have it then. But I'm just thinking about my own Facebook. I mean, I can't respond all the time, so sometimes I just read it on the notification. And so you never know. Maybe Jajit already read it, just didn't open it, and he read it on the other side. So we're looking at the next week. Then here we've got our Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is love. Cups is emotion. Cups is feeling good. But our page, this is kind of an energy that talks a little bit of a more an immature energy. Immature is not the same thing as childish. Remember that. Immature meaning in the beginning of something, learning, starting, new things. Now, if this were swords, I'd be like, oh yeah, you're getting a response. But what our page is saying too is somebody who kind of pulls back and watches, and sees what's going to happen. So I have a feeling on the end of this week, there is a recognition of the fact that this is there. Perhaps that red little alert showing that somebody read it will pop up. But I think, next week is where we're probably looking a little bit more likely because of the page, and it's clarified with the Four of Wands. So this is about a foundation. So think about that. This is our immature energy that's just getting started, that likes to kind of hang back and watch. And here's the foundation, which is in the beginning stages, So again, I think things are cooking. I think they're cooking, but I do think, even with the reading of it, I don't see an Ace of Swords or anything like that. So I'm not sure on the communication back, but I definitely think we're looking at next week. Maybe the end, maybe the tail end. Woo, pretty. Preeti, didn't you like it how I did it that way again? Now, because instead of doing a full spread, I know you like, you like more of a yes or a no, and I know you like that, just because I know you've asked a lot of questions, and that's usually your follow-up is, you want to clarify. So I hope you liked it that I did it that way, hon. All right, so thank you, Preeti. What is today? 11/20. Holy crap! It's almost Thanksgiving. I like Thanksgiving because I like to see my family and I like the food, but I hate Thanksgiving because it's like we're honoring the slaughter of the Native American Indians, and it is awful, and I do not honor that at all. They're thinking about changing the name to Indigenous Peoples Day. If you're not from the U.S., I'm sure you know what Thanksgiving is here. Well, you may not, but anyway, it's about thanking the Indians and the colonists coming together and thanking each other for sharing the land. And that's a bunch of BS because the colonists were horrible and murdered them. So, wow, I'm getting angry. Jeez, I better shut up about Thanksgiving, huh? All right, friends. Sorry, I don't know why I even said that. Oh, we're talking about Thanksgiving. All righty, Rose D. Thank you so much for your donation, honey. How are you doing today? Let's get to your question. We have a donation. We also have one from Nabila. Ooh, I missed that one. Let me check my PayPal. Why is it not working? I saw Rose. Let me get back in here. I like to do them in order. So let me just make sure which one came first, hon. I just want to do them in order. Okay, so it is. I got R Rose D, and then I have VS initials VS on PayPal. So I'm going to go ahead and do Rose up first, and then we have Nabila. How are you, Nabila? Let me just write your name down so I got it all set. Nabila. Okay, friends, let's go. Enough of my rambling. Pretty. Now let's go to Rose. There we go. All right. Can you tell me what DE is thinking about me? Let's find out. Let's see, what are we going to use? Ooh, let's use Tarot in Wonderland. All right, let's do Tarot in Wonderland. And we're going to see what is DE thinking about Rose D. What is the energy looking like? Okay, what is the energy looking like around DE? What is DE thinking about Rose D? Okay, all right. Chim H maybe. You have Thanksgiving there too. Now, is it the same day? This year it's the 26th. I think it's the last Thursday of the month in November. It changes, obviously. Yeah, because I think the colonists, I mean, I don't even know. We could get into a whole, revolutionary, what happened in the colonists and all that. I'm fascinated by it from a historical standpoint, but it makes me, I feel so, I have the guilt, the American guilt. Even though I wasn't there and I didn't do it, but the American guilt over the Native American Indians. If I think about it hard enough, I literally can start crying. So I have that, the original American sin. Shame on our colonists. All right, so back to this. What is going on? So we've got our Queen of Pentacles. That's our energy for the spread. Our Queen of Pentacles, we're looking at how somebody's feeling. And right now, the energy from the Queen of Pentacles is telling me that somebody's very much paying attention to the aspects of everyday life. This is an energy that kind of suggests planning, but not having a way to follow through. I mean, this is somebody who wants to stay seated where they are, likes to, let's see what we're going to do. I'm going to plan with my pentacle and my yarn or my knitting or whatever she's doing. And not really willing to get up and do anything about it, though. Somebody who's sitting. We got a sitting person. All right, so we want to know how he's feeling about you. Oh, okay. All right, so something's going on with DE. I don't know if it has to do with work per se, but it has something to do with everyday life. So the physical aspects of our world. Time could be involved, actually work or money or whatever, health, school, that kind of stuff. And this is the energy that kind of covers up all these cards because it's the overarching energy. Our energy is saying Pentacles very strongly. So again, everyday life. And, kind of, I think what's happening is, I think DE is working on something that he feels like he's making progress, whatever that might be, making progress, but not quite sure what to do next with that. This could be about carving out more time. This could be maybe, I don't know, are you guys on email or texting or whatever? I mean, this is about our everyday life. Now, swords is the suit of communication, but I always think about some aspects of communication are involved in Pentacles because it's everyday life. Taking time to text, taking time to email, taking time to call, stuff like that. So he seems pretty busy. However, look at this. We've got our Two of Wands, and this is about kind of looking out. Look at her. She's looking out. I mean, how can you not even know what this card means, right? Looking out, trying to think. And now this is usually just trying to decide something or thinking about something. Well, what is Alice looking at? Looking at the Emperor. This is somebody who is, somebody who is a leader, somebody who is very much liked by their friends, has a lot of fun, is a standalone kind of person in terms of their success. Like, I don't want to say they don't need anybody ever, but, pretty self-sufficient, that's a confidence thing. That's an awesome thing. That's an important thing, right? So I'm thinking that we need to do the outcome and we need to see what we have here. I'm going to see the outcome first. Outcome energy is the cut card, 9 of Pentacles. Okay. So success. So whatever DE's been doing, whatever he's working on, that's going to be successful and be done, and it'll be in, and that's going to free up DE to maybe make a move, maybe do something. He's seeing you as somebody who is very much a self-sufficient person. I think whatever he's working on is taking his focus, but I don't think he thinks it would be affecting you in any way. I don't know. Let's find out. One more clarifier. We need a clarifier on the Emperor. Yeah, it's the King of Wands. So I think he thinks that, you know what, I don't see a bunch of cubs or anything like that. So I'm not seeing like, oh my gosh, he's going to come over and bully you over and tell you how much he loves you, you know, he or she. But I am seeing that he sees you. Look at, that's him right there, looking at the, if I can spread it out, at the Emperor. Geez, I'm trying to do it with one hand. That's the problem. Okay, there we go. Looking at the Emperor and clarified by the King of Wands. You are awesome. You are awesome. But again, this, and again with our cut card, which was also Pentacles, I think something else is going on. Doesn't have to do with you. Yeah, taking up his time and energy, and I think he feels that you'll still be there when he's ready. So I don't know if this is a breakup thing or what this is, but if it's a breakup thing, you know, maybe he should think twice. I think cutting out that time is probably more important than anything, especially in the beginning, you know? Woo! Well, good luck, Rose D. Thank you, thank you. All righty, so let me just check my beautiful PayPal. I'm not seeing... let me see. Nabila, I do not see your donation in here, honey. I do, however, have one for Vanessa. So Nabila, please check your PayPal. See if it went through. I don't want anything wrong on your end either. So check it out, Nabila. All right. I'm not seeing it on my end. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to go with Vanessa. Thank you. Thank you, Vanessa. Let me write it down. Nabila, I'm putting a star by your name so we don't get lost in the list. Ms. Wheats, how are you? How are you? I caught some of your show last night, the collab. Was that last night or maybe I just watched it last night? I thought I was live. My life is like crazy. So in terms of my head, I have been so busy and I'm mixing up days and nights. And now that I work from home and I do something every day, I forget what day it is all the time. I don't know what's going on. Julie, thank you, my dear. Julie just donated for 2 questions. Thank you, thank you. I'm going to write you down on the list, honey. This is where we are. We're going to do Vanessa, Julie, and we're waiting on Nabila. We might be doing Nabila in there. Check your PayPal, honey. Make sure it went through. Okay, so Vanessa, thank you. My question is, why has J.O. been reaching out? Woo. Okay, so let's see what we got. All right, why is J.O. reaching out? We're going to use the secret tarots because it sounds kind of secretive. Let's see. Oh, it was the night before, Miss Judy. I am so out of it. I don't even know what I'm doing. And at nighttime, it's really hard for me to like engage in the tarot community because, you know, my husband's home, my family's home. You know, I just can't. Now that I have the show, I am unable to participate as much as I would like to at night. So please know I do check you out, and sorry if I'm not there live. I do give you a like, and I support it, and I watch. So you guys should go check out Ms. Wheats if you haven't. Actually, I'm going to put her name up so you know how to spell it. Check out Ms. Wheats. She has an awesome channel. She does great readings. She's got a really cool setup. She uses a pendulum too, so that is especially cool. So let's get back. Here we go. There we go. So check her out. All right. So why has J.O. been reaching out? Why? What is J.O. reaching out to Vanessa for? Now, is J.O. an ex? Is J.O., I'm assuming yes, but no. Maybe is J.O. an old friend or, I don't know. All right. J.O., what is up with you? Okay. So, there we are. There is our energy. This is our spread. We're going to find out what's going on with J-O. 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 Daylight come and me. Oh, God. I got to stop. All right. So, Eight of Swords. Okay, so why is J-O reaching out? You know what? J-O is feeling trapped in some way. I don't know if you guys are exes, I don't know if J-O is feeling trapped being single and just not able to move forward, or if perhaps J-O is in a new relationship and doesn't like it anymore. But either way, whatever, this is the overarching energy. So this is what affects the whole spread. This person, J-O, is feeling, like again, trapped. This is swords. So this is thoughts and ideas. So clearly this woman could literally stand up and walk out of there, right? So it's not about really being trapped. It's about being trapped and feeling like you can't get out of your head, right? So something's going on with J-O that's inspiring this. So let's find out what is going on. Oh, all right. Are you guys exes? Are you exes? All right. So I'm going to say that J-O has been dating or perhaps thinking about other people and or options of what to do and not finding the right choice or not willing to make a choice. Whether or not that's different people. The reason I said people is this is cups. So that's typically about love and emotion. But it could be, I guess, about, I don't know, hobbies or whatever would be an emotion eliciting kind of thing. I'm getting the real impression, though, that you're exes. So anyway, choices, not able to kind of decide, not wanting to decide, or feeling like I don't want to make a mistake. Now, remember, this is our overarching energy. So it's almost like it's the clarifier for each card. So this person has been really thinking about this, whether or not they've been trying to date other people. Maybe they are dating somebody, but just afraid that they've made the wrong choice. Now they're trapped by their thoughts thinking about it, right? So afraid they make the wrong choice, followed by the Justice card, which tells us the same thing. J-O wants to make the right choice. And the J-O wants to balance things. Now, if you're exes and you got in a fight and something happened and, whatever that is, J-O wants to get it back in balance. If you guys are friends and not romantic partners, then it's again about getting things in balance. You guys must have had something happen. I don't know what that is. If you feel comfortable sharing, please do, but you do not need to. So anyway, wants to get things in balance. And then here's the Whopper. This is the Empress. So this means that this person is trying to grow something with you, whether or not that's growing a romantic relationship, a friendship, some kind of connection, though, wanting to improve and strengthen the connection. Now, again, this person is afraid of making the wrong choice and wants to be back to balance and make a decision. So if you are not together and broken up, that means let's fix it. If you're, I'm assuming this probably isn't a crush, but maybe the way you've written it doesn't sound like it. But if it's a crush, this could also be because they're interested in growing something with you. So either way, I'm going to say that that's what's going on. Let's check out the energy for the outcome. We're going to pull the cut card and we are going to see the energy of the outcome. Oh, yeah. So this person is hoping to create some kind of relationship with you of some kind. Again, romantic makes, sense. And also friendship could be any of those things, but something that makes an emotionally fulfilled connection. That's what the goal is. That is absolutely 100% what's going on. And I think it's because they're feeling trapped, like they've made the wrong choice, or that they're going to make the wrong choice, or they're tired of having to choose. Yeah, for sure, Vanessa. Definitely. That was super clear. I love it when the tarot's right, really on, like as far as being clear, I hate it when you walk away from a reading and you're like, well, I don't know quite what to do with that. But when you get a reading that you're like, okay, I can hang my hat on that, or I know what to do, Pretty cool, my friends. All righty. Let me check for Nabila's donation, see if it came through now. And otherwise, there we go. Nabila, it sure did. Wait a minute. Oh, no, that's Julie. I'm sorry, Julie. I read your name wrong. All right, Julie. Let's get going with Julie. We have 2 for Julie. And now, again, guys, if you donated, please write donated in the chat. It's really hard for me sometimes because YouTube names and PayPal names do not match. So please let me know. And if you feel like I skipped your donation, please let me know. Because, again, it's hard to keep it organized sometimes. Nabila, I'm still looking for yours. Julie, you are up next. And then I have HT. So whoever's initials are HT on PayPal, please let me know and write donated. Okay. So let's find out what we've got. And Julie, thank you, honey. All right, let's find out what's going on. I feel like, you know what, like I'm watching a movie here. I want to see what's happening next. All right, Mike mentioned that he wanted to hang out last week, but we have been texting this week and he has still not asked about when we will hang out. Does he still want to see me and why hasn't he asked? I want to know. So let's find out. We're going to find out with which deck, my friends. We're going to use Modern Spellcasters because it is super awesome. That's the only reason. All right. So, Mike, what's going on? Are you going to still want to hang out with Julie this weekend? What's going on? When do you want to hang out? What's going on? Did something come up with Mike? Okay. Let me straighten out my messy shuffle. Okay. So here's our energy for the spread. This is our spread. Now, of course, we will check the outcome energy and we might do a few clarifiers if we need them. But let's see what we've got. All right. So our energy is about okay. We got the Hermit energy. Hermit is, oftentimes about to think about kind of, it's about solitude. Now, don't panic. That doesn't necessarily mean that you are, going to be sitting there like the Hermit this week. Could mean that, but let's find out what our other cards are first. The Hermit is very wise. The Hermit is able to rely on himself. So let's find out what's going on here. Oh, boy. You got the Knight of Cups. All right, Knight of Cups is awesome. So things are moving. Okay, so honey, I'm thinking what this is saying is I do think he still wants to hang out. I do. However, I think that perhaps, you were talking about this week. Well, it's Friday, so the work week's over, but there is still the weekend. I always think of the weekend. I think of the week as Monday through Sunday. I know that's wrong, but because I think of the weekend as Friday through Sunday. I don't know. But anyway, I do think, you know what, he is still into you. I still think he's into you. This is our Knight of Cups. What do I call the Knight of Cups, guys? The ooh la la card. Now, I hope Mike's not going to come in on this weird fish, but the Knight of Cups signifies somebody who's coming in who's very much into you. I can't think of another way to say it. Who's into you. It's the charming guy. It's the romantic guy. It's let's do something really great, Well, now we have our Three of Swords. Now, the Three of Swords often makes people, freak out. It looks terrible. Oh, there's swords in the heart. But it's about the idea of something kind of dying, Could involve a little bit of sadness, but it mostly, swords is ideas. Swords, is thoughts and ideas. So maybe this weekend is not going to happen. That could be why it's there. Here's our Hermit covering it all up, right? The Chariot shows me, though, that next week is just going to take off. Look at our Chariot. Look at it. It's like dun dun. And it's flying. Look, he's got a lotus flower. Everything's going great, right? And he's just really, you can see how fast this Chariot is moving. Well, look at this, hon. I don't have a card here, do I? So where's our Chariot running? Off into the distance. This is next week. So, honey, I'm thinking we're going to pull the outcome, but I am thinking that yes, he still wants to see you. I don't know. Let's pull a clarifier. I don't know if something came up or what, but I don't know what it might be. Let's find out, but I don't think it's going to happen this weekend. Ace of Swords. Okay, because he's heard something new. A new idea has come up. Either, I know he's a writer, so maybe he had a new job come up, something he needed to do to tweak something he'd already submitted, or something having to do with new conversation, a new idea. This is new, something came in, and look at it, it's on fire. It's on fire, saying, you know what, I got to get this done. So that's where it's like, yeah, I want to see you, but I got to do this thing, and let's do something next week. That's exactly what I'm seeing. So let's pull the cut card. Let's see our energy for the outcome. Okay, this is our outcome energy. Oh, yeah, we got our Knight of Pentacles again. All right, so Mike moves slowly. Mike is very concerned about work and wants to make sure that everything is going in line. He is making time for you. However, it's not much time as it would seem would be expected, or at least make sense in terms of your thought process. And I agree with you on that, but I will point out he has made some time for you. He is very focused on work a lot of the time. We get Pentacles for him all the time. We also get the Page of Cups for him for all the time. So I'm thinking, you know what, it's going to be happening. I just don't see it as this weekend. But your Knight of Cups here, that is the step up from the Page. The Page has moved on to be a Knight, and the Page was stepping back. Let me watch from a distance. And now our Page graduated and is a Knight now, and is like, yeehaw, I'm going to ride this fish, and now I know what I'm doing. Something came up. And I bet you, just from what we know, that it might be work related, but it is something that a new conversation, something new came in, and it went like, oh crap, I got to do that. You see what I'm saying? So let's see. Now you're saying he hasn't mentioned anything yet. Well, somebody who's polite would mention that as soon as it happens. But you know what? Stuff happens a lot. But I get your frustration, because I would be feeling the exact same way. Now, let me see. What is your second question, my dear? Okay, natural beauty, you're NHT. Okay. So yeah, Julie, I think, while that sounds kind of sucky because you're not getting what you want, obviously, we want some contact. We want to have at least some communication about what's going on. But I do think that's what's going on. Work, and something new came up, or a follow-up on something you've been working on. Definitely. All right, so let's get to your second question, and then we have natural beauty. Thank you, natural beauty. And Nabila, let me know if you figured that out, okay? All right, so let's find out. Julie would like to know, when does Mike usually think of me? I hope he doesn't just think of me when I reach out to him. Yeah. Well, there is something to be said about, what, why should one person be doing all the work? I get it. Ooh, I totally get it. All right, we're going to use the Deviant Moon. And this is a deck that I really like for work stuff. It just reminds me of Pentacles, and Pentacles is work. So I do tend to choose this one when I'm feeling it's in a worky kind of energy, but the choice of deck is literally just my whimsy at the moment. So don't ever read too much into it. All right. Okay, sometimes you're worried that he just put you on the back burner and only thinks about you when you reach out. I can see why you'd think that way. I definitely do. But again, he's the Page of Cups. He's so introverted in that sense. I don't mean every aspect of life, but he's just like, when it comes to love and emotions, he's like focused on his own thing, doesn't like to change the routine because he's very busy. And he got all those Pentacles. All right, let's find out what's going on. When does Mike think of Julie? Is it only when Julie reaches out, or is he thinking more often? I hope so, because he should be. Darn it. Okay, so we've got our energy and we've got our spread. All right. Ace of Pentacles. New work. What? Aces are about a brand new opportunity, and Pentacles are about work. I got to see what these say. But one of the things that just came to mind is, sometimes one of the things that he might think about is He's easy, go with the flow in terms of communication. Like, she'll call me, I'll call her, whatever. You know, he's kind of like whatever about that. However, I think when he gets new opportunities or carving out new time to work on his things, it might pop in his head like, oh, geez, I didn't call Julie, or, ooh, I didn't set that up with Julie, or, ooh, I wonder if I'll have time to talk to Julie. You know, it feels like when he's presented with something new that's going to take his time, work or whatever that is in your physical world, he's like, oh, you know, and it brings it to light. Like, you know, it triggers it like, oh man, this means I won't be able to see Julie, or, oh, I won't be able to call Julie, or got the chariot again. All right. So when does he think of you? I think he does think of you. He does think of you. It's not just when you reach out. Why is this stuck? What the hell is wrong here? Ew, what happened? Oh, I got water on my thing somehow, but okay. That's what I get for drinking while I'm playing, reading. All right. So that distracted me. All right. So I do think that he thinks of you. I don't think it's just when you reach out. I'm going to tell you what, I think I was right on about that. The main thing that triggers it for him is, you know, maybe he thinks of when he's doing, this is what I used to do. This will explain it. When I was in the office, I was a single mom for a very long time with my young children. My kids were 5 and 7, and I was single for like 12 years. So I was a working mom, and I had my home to take care of as well. Well, anyway, I won't go into a huge thing, but you know, like when everything's out of order at home, like say it's a mess and you're behind on laundry, or you've been eating McDonald's and you got to cook some food and got to go to the store. And then you're at work too. You have your desk. Now I worked in an office. So in my case, it was a desk, and I have papers and Post-it notes and this and that. Well, I always played one off of the other. When I was super organized at work and very much, you know, no Post-it notes, everything looked great. My home was like, and it looked like it was a mess, and oh, geez, I got to go to the store, blah, blah, blah. And when I was all caught up at home and like I'm on top of the world managing my home, work was, and there I was all disorganized and this and that. So that's how I operate. That might be how Mike operates. You know, I can only focus on one. And when I'm playing one off the other, like I'm going to focus on work and there goes my house. So back to your question and how that relates. You know, maybe it's that thing like while I'm at work doing my new work things, because I'm doing this, I'm in control of this, I'm thinking about other areas of my life. Julie, the Queen of Wands over here. You know, and then when I'm with Julie, maybe he's having new ideas for writing, you know, who knows? It's like maybe that doesn't sound good. Of course, you want his focus to be on you, but you see the example I'm trying to say. Because the reason I think it's all good, and I do think he thinks about you, is we have the 10 of Cups. This is our happy, satisfied relationship. This is our emotional satisfaction, you know, and that's what we want. Now, also, when he's probably thinking about how his life wants to go, he wants it to go this way, but he's slow. We got a chariot. Now, the other chariot in the other deck was moving super fast. We could see that. But look at this chariot. He's full of stones and he's like moving slow. Where is he moving? He wants this. He's moving toward this. Where is he going? He's moving to the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands, who we want to be, guys. Male or female, we want to be a Queen of Wands. She's got it going on. She's got way too many boobies, but we are definitely wanting to be the Queen of Wands. She is charismatic. She works hard. She's successful. She is understanding, you know, all those great things. So I don't think it's just when you reach out to him. I really don't. He doesn't communicate much. I just saw that you wrote. Let me pull another one, but let's first look at the outcome. Outcome energy, Knight of Swords. Okay, and Swords is communication, and this is about going to get it. So it's interesting because you just said that to me. You said he doesn't communicate very much. Well, you know what? I think he thinks of doing it. I think he thinks of communicating, but then something gets in the way. Our Knight of Swords goes and gets it. I mean, look at this guy. He's like, let's go. But oftentimes the Knight of Swords is all excited about things, but then he gets wrapped up in whatever he's doing and he doesn't continue on. He's a little unorganized in terms of that communication flow, which sounds exactly like you're describing. So let's do a throwdown. He doesn't communicate? Is the communication going to improve? Page of Cups. Julie, we got the Page of Cups. Are you kidding me? Page of Cups is always, we get this when you ask questions about Mike. This is our Mike card, huh? Page of Cups. So is he going to get better at communicating? It looks like this is something you might want to expect. Let's get a clarifier. Continue. The Emperor. He's very very much focused on planning, on working, going slowly, keeping things smooth. So, you know what? This might just be kind of how he communicates. I feel like he's just super absorbed in work. So let's see. Give me a quick yes or a no, please. We need a yes or a no. Does Mike think of Julie? Clear it up. Give us a straight answer. All right, we got the Three of Swords. So it's not coming the way you want it to come. It is not coming the way you want it to come. Yes, he is thinking about you. These are swords, these are thoughts, but it's not coming the way you want it to. Look at this. All the communication is coming, but it's not coming the way you want it to. But this is how he communicates. This is how he communicates. At least for now. Remember, guys, the energy is always swirling, always moving. Let's do it. We got to do it. There's our energy. Always moving, always swirling. It changes when people make decisions. We have free will. When people do something, it bumps the energy in another direction. We have the ability to do this, and so does everybody else. We have free will. So we can change this. So this doesn't mean like, oh God, for the rest of your life, you're going to have to put up with this, you know, but it's not gotten to that tipping point yet. Do you see what I'm saying? So it looks like this is just kind of his MO. I think this is just the way he is right now. He doesn't come in the way you wanted to. I meant the communication doesn't come the way you want it to. With frequency, the method, like maybe he's texting and you wish you could have a phone call, you know, or whatever. The method, the frequency, that's what I meant. That's what I meant. It's not coming to you in the way you want it to. I should have said that way, maybe. But I think it's just the way he is, at least at this stage, you know. As things develop and improve, you know, maybe that will change. And you also have the ability when the time is right, if it hasn't changed, you have the ability to say, hey, we need to work on our communication, dude. I mean, not right now. That might not be. Yes, you are on his mind, though. We had our Queen of Wands in there. And we had, what else did we have? Now I already put them away. I should have left them out. But yeah. And then when he doesn't talk about it. Exactly, Julie. Woo, that was good info. Good info. I sometimes hate it when it's not like, well, he's going to start calling you every day for the rest of your life, and then it happens. I wish I could give you that. But all right, my friends. So let me see what we've got. We do have Natural Beauty up next. Let me just check my PayPal. I'm not sure where we are on that. So let me just double check and refresh. And we've got Hi Happy. How are you? And then we've also got, we're looking on, okay, HT is Natural Beauty. So we got that one figured out. We've got an MM here, and I'm not sure. Is that you, Ty Happy? Let me know. Ty Happy M. Ty Happy M. Ty Happy. Oh, God, why am I singing everything? I remember I called you Ty Baby for like 2 days straight, or whatever it was. Oh. All right, Natural Beauty. Let's get, I know, Julie, isn't it frustrating? I agree, man. I totally agree. All right, My Future Bright. There you are, and Ty Happy, baby. That's why I got confused. I had two similar names. Okay, My Future Bright and Ty Happy. Thank you so much, guys. And let's see which order they came in. Let's see. Well, right now we're going to do Natural Beauty. Natural Beauty's been waiting. So let's do Natural Beauty. We've also got Ann Christian. I see you donated as well. I did not see that on the PayPal, but I'm going to take your word for it. There it is. Sometimes you got to refresh. Okay. So we've also got Ann Christian. All right. I got you on there, babe. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, Natural Beauty. Let's get to your question. All right. So that's not your question. Oops. So let me find your question, hun. Natural beauty. Here it is. Don't forget, guys, do like Natural Beauty here did, right? Donated, and you can include your question then, or you can wait till I call your name, or whatever you would like to do. And if you're waiting for a freebie in between donations, I do select free questions. So if you want to really be guaranteed a reading, you can donate, or you can check out my pick a card collection. I have a large collection on there that's building every day. I use commonly asked questions from the show, and I do pick a card. So check that out. All right, my dear, what is the question here? Where are my work keys? I lost them at work and I've been searching nearly all month for them. Oh man, don't you hate that? All right, so let's use the Light Seers Tarot, okay? We're going to use Light Seers and we're going to shine some light on this, huh? Whoa, and we're going to drop cards. So how you like that? I do not like that. All right, picked up, all is well. All is well. All right, so Natural Beauty. Where are Natural Beauty's work keys? Where are the work keys? We lost at work. Where are the work keys? Give us a clue. Give us a hint. Where are the work keys? One more shuffle. All right. All right, my friend. Let's find out what we can find out. There's the energy surrounding the question and the spread. Where are the work keys? We need to know, where are these keys? All right, the world. This talks about, kind of coming around. It talks about having learned a lesson. Before I even flip these over, what I'm thinking, and I want to ask you, I don't know if you've ever lost them before, well, if you lost them before, this would imply, where did you lose them before? Because it's talking about a lesson learned. You also might have had in your mind, like, okay, I keep my keys in XYZ place all the time. That way I don't forget. Have you checked around that place or seeing, what I usually do is I try when I can't find something, I sit on the end of my bed or the end of my chair or wherever I am, and I close my eyes and I tell myself, I know where they are. I know where they are, and I kind of have to see where they are. Now, usually it doesn't come to me while I'm sitting there, but it's almost like I'm establishing that connection, because you do know where they are. You know where to look. You just don't know, And you might not think of it right there when you're sitting there saying that to yourself, but when you get up, start doing something else, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you're going to be like, oh, I got to look there. It's going to pop up. So do that. That's my little trick. I've lost things, not my work keys, but I've lost lots of other things. Trust me, I lose stuff all the time. All right. So what have we got here? What have we got here? Okay. All right. Well, what I'm seeing is here we've got our Page of Swords. Now, obviously, if you've lost something, you clearly didn't mean to do it. So you clearly did it by accident, clearly. So I realize that that would imply you weren't paying attention. That's what we got here. The Page of Swords talks about not paying attention to things, not really planning it out, kind of going on autopilot. What this is suggesting is think about, now you've been looking for a month, so you might not remember exactly the details of that day, but try to do that. And when you're sitting, if you do choose my method or whatever method you use, close your eyes and walk through your day. And there might be something you didn't think of. I find when I can't find stuff, it's usually something obvious. That's why I'm not thinking about it. I'm making it more than it is. So I'm going to go with, where this is. You do. You just can't put it together. And you need to talk to yourself, meaning get your mind to sync up, because you do know. Look at her. She's reading a book. She's crossing through. It's probably somewhere where you weren't, that was in a routine, somewhere that it was routine. So it's not in some weird place. Does that make sense? We got our 9 of Wands next. The 9 of Wands talks about, you know what? Don't give up. They are there you're going to find them. They're there. So this talks about, having patience, which clearly you have had because obviously it's been a month. But it's also about standing back and looking in. Now, the first thing that made me think of in looking in, this would mean, have you thought about looking in common areas? Something that you would be able to see. Now, I'm not saying you're not included in the common areas, but it would be like watching others. So like say the lunchroom, the break room, a room that you have meetings in, but only occasionally. Check, cleaning people move things. They stick them in corners. They don't know where it goes, so they just move it around. Where do you have a conference call? Where's your phone located? Is it in a conference room? Are you working perhaps somewhere else where you're on your feet all the time and you don't have a conference room? Is there a common area, like where your computer is or where you have meetings with your manager? I don't know what you do, so I'm not sure, but I think you can kind of twist that around to see like how it fits your particular work situation. It looks to me like with our Queen of Cups here, the Queen of Cups is very much a supportive and nurturing person. This is somebody who people consider, the best friend. This is somebody who has all those emotions and people go to this person. Who do you know at work? Who do you know who's somebody who is very helperton? They might know who this was. Maybe this person found them, didn't know what to do with them, stuck them in their drawer, and is just waiting for somebody, forgot about them maybe, waiting for somebody to ask. I am not seeing that it's in a drawer or anything like that, though. So let's see what the outcome energy is, and then we'll see. I don't see anything inside anything. All right, so here's our cut card. This is our outcome energy. Ooh. If this were a love question, I would have just said, ooh la la. Look at our Knight of Cups, guys. This is the Light Seers Tarot. I love this one. If this was a real person, I would totally set him up with my 25-year-old daughter. Anyway, my point is not that. My point is this is a feeling of, that romantic kind of love. Is there somebody in your office who's kind of Don Juanish? Is there somebody in the office who seems to be a bit of a player? Is there somebody in the office or in your work? It doesn't have to be an office. I'm from an office. That's why I said that. But I think somebody has it. I think somebody picked it up. And if not, I think it is somewhere pretty obvious that you're just not looking and perhaps in a common area. Does that make sense? And if you've lost them before, that would be about, looking where you used to look, or what did you, okay, it was in the microwave, which is dumb. I realize they're not in the microwave, but just say, okay, they're in the microwave. Well, maybe they're not in the microwave right now, but maybe they're in the toaster. I'm making that up, obviously. But think about what before has happened. You know where it is. Sit down and think about it. You don't think straight when you're angry. I think my lesson was a better control of my emotions. Well, I almost dropped these. That would be why the Queen of Cups was there. And that would also be why you're ignoring it there with our Page of Swords. You are frustrated, so you're not wanting to look. You know where it is, hon. You know. You do. Sit down and do that trick of mine, or do whatever feels more comfortable. You don't have to do that, and again, you might not get it in that moment, but then you go about your day, go do something else. And then all of a sudden, I'm not kidding you, it'll pop in your head. And if you don't know exactly, it'll pop in your head where to look or who to ask. I feel like somebody has them. That or the cleaning people moved them. Yeesh. Yeah. Oh, and you're like me. I don't have control over my emotions too when I'm angry or when I'm upset, but yeah. All right. We have Ty Happy Baby. Why? I just thought I was not doing it. All right. You'd like a love reading. Thank you for your donation, honey. We have Ty Happy M. Then we have My Future Babe. No, My Future Happy. I'm confusing everybody now. My Future Bright, not Happy. And then we have Ann Kristen. Thank you so much, my friends. Let me know if you donate, guys. I try to stay in order if I can, and if not, let me know, but I try my best. All right, let's do a love reading for Ty Happy. You're welcome, Ty Happy. Oh, and you're welcome too, Natural Beauty. Good luck. All right, we need a love reading. Who is my age? Like somebody I'm 51. And I guess you could have seen this in reruns, but if you're my age, this was a staple growing up. The show, The Love Boat. And whenever I see a love reading or something like that, I sing it in my head, the theme song from that stupid show. I sing it. My 25-year-old daughter has never seen that show, and even I've got her even singing it. That's how much I say it. The Love Boat. Soon you'll be making another run. Oh, God. Now you're going to be all looking it up. What's the theme song for Love Boat? All right, let's see. What's going on in love for Ty Happy M? Ty Happy M. What's going on? One more quick one. Gotta focus. Ty Happy M. What is coming in love for you, my dear? We need to know. All right, that was a good one. That was a good shuffle. All right, here's our energy. We want to see what's coming in love for Ty Happy. Ty Happy. Okay. Look at this temperance card. Look at it. I don't even know. I think it's a girl. I don't know. The face. Could you see the face? I don't know. Very elfish. But anyway, super cool. Temperance is a really good card. This is about happiness. This is about balance. This is about just feeling free. I mean, look at how can that elfie lady not feel free, right? Let's see how it pulls in. Ooh, love, my dear. All right. So what's coming in love? Now, I don't know if you're with somebody or not with somebody, or if you're, I don't know what the deal is, if you're waiting to get back together. I don't know. But the balance is the main energy covering up these cards. So it's the clarifier for each. So remember that. Balance, freedom. We've got our magician. The magician. This is a very great card. This is the granddaddy of all new manifestation. So it's about creating things. It's about emerging things. We've got a new love emerging right here. The magician is pulling it in right now. This is a manifestation card. So it looks like you have manifested this with your thoughts. You're pulling this to you like a magnet. We've got our page of cups. So it looks like now if you're with somebody, again, this would be a new level of your relationship or, kind of describing what's happening. If you're single, let me see. You're single right now, but you're talking to somebody. That's even better. Okay. So that means that this spark has been created. Again, I think you manifested this. If you're into the law of attraction, this is the card we want to see, all of you law of attraction people. We got our balance on there and things are good, feeling free. And this is the new person, which you're obviously talking to. This is a page. Pages are in immature type of energy, not meaning childish. We have to always clarify that. This means it's in the beginning. This means it's kind of like, think about the court. It's the page, the knight, the queen, the king. The page wants to grow up to be a knight, right? If it was medieval times. So this is kind of an immature type of energy. This is cups. This is love and emotion. The page of cups is somebody who we get for, Julie's readings. We get the page of cups all the time when she's talking about her person. This person for you, though, is very similar. This is somebody who pulls back a little bit, wants to kind of observe and see how things were going. It could be somebody who's a bit of an introvert. And if their personality is not an introverted type of personality, it might mean just an introvert when it comes to expressing feelings. Being a page, again, that means newer, more immature energy, meaning it's new because you're just talking to this person, right? But it could also be for now, they're not able to express their emotion or they're waiting to let it go. They're letting it trickle out, right? But later, maybe they'll be, the Knight of Cups, and they'll come in and be much more demonstrative or whatever. So I think it's happening. It's happening. It's going in a good direction. It is balanced and free. Things are looking very nice. Now, here's your advice. This is your advice to the tarot. You need to keep it in balance, my friend. Do not let your emotions take over. This card indicates a moment of kind of looking at what you don't have and not looking at what you do, and being upset that things aren't going. So, you know what? You might not even be feeling at this point that it's, well, what are you talking about? That doesn't make sense. That might be coming then. There might be a moment you'll catch yourself, this is great, but hey, I don't have this, and this. Instead of focusing on what you do have. Now, you look like you're a really strong manifester. Now, I'm not sure if you are in tune with the law of attraction in terms of your studies or what you're doing, but guess what? The law of attraction is not just for people who study the law of attraction. The law of attraction is a law. It is proven in physics that this is the thing. So our thoughts have energy, and whether you're thinking law of attraction, I'm manifesting, you don't even have to be thinking that, you are. So you're bringing this to you. If you think about things you don't have, you're going to get more of what you don't have. You're going to get more lack. You're going to, like, if you're thinking, oh, this is great when we go out for dinner, but he sucks at communicating. Well, if you keep thinking about the sucks at communicating, you're going to get more sucky communicating instead of more dinners that are great. That's obviously a silly example, but do you see what I'm saying? So that's your advice card. Let's find out what the outcome looks like. We're going to get a snapshot. Cup card is going to show us the outcome. 10 of Wands. Okay. So this part, when I was saying be careful, when you're, not to keep looking at what you don't have and focus on it, focus on what you do have. I think you're going to be getting a lot more than you think. I think things are going to pick up. We've got somebody who's a little bit introverted, maybe, at least in how they express the feelings. You might have a moment where you're feeling like, I'm not getting everything I want. You're not going to focus on that, though, because you're a manifester. And then I think things are just going to open the floodgates. The person who wasn't talking so much is, the person who wasn't expressing their feelings is, because you're focusing on those, for the example I gave, the dinners and not the lack of, all of a sudden you're going out to dinner more. And then guess what? This is the burden of success. The 2 of Wands means you're trying to decide like what to do next. This means you have thoughts in your mind about, where am I going with this? And like the world is your oyster kind of thing. So, yeah. So I'm thinking this looks pretty good. Pretty good. Watch for that. And this, this might just be, reserved in showing emotion and not necessarily in all aspects of life being reserved. But I think that will change. And in fact, once it changes, the floodgates open. And then you're going to be like, whoa, wow, it's totally different. All right. Thanks so much, Ty Happy. All right, now we have My Future Bride. Right after My Future Bride, we're going to have Ann Kristen. And it looks like I just saw Julie. I thought I saw you, Julie. All right, Julie, my dear. And then we have, where'd it go? There it is. Shan Monet, how are you? I haven't seen you in a while. I hope you're doing well. Shan Monet. So we've got My Future Bride. We've got Ann Kristen, Julie, and Shan Monet. So My Future Bride. Oh God, my mouse isn't straight. Why is it not working? Because it doesn't like me. Oh, I can't even get. What is going on? You know what? I dropped my mouse on the floor several times, and I wonder if I broke it. There we go. There we go. Hope not. I hope I didn't break it. I don't need that aggravation. All right. Ooh, messages from Spirit. Love it. Love these questions. Now, I love all of them. Don't get me wrong. But I love it when you get messages. I get like chills. Okay. So we're going to use the Crow Tarot. Very gentle energy. And we're going to see what we can get. We want messages from Spirit from My Future Bride. Oh, P, you donated. I did not see it. Thank you so much. Please never be offended. I don't do it on purpose. That's why I do ask that, you know what, if you feel like I've skipped you or I missed you, let me know. And P, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get you in there. I do know that you've been here and Shan Monet just got here, so I do think that that is probably the order. I usually double check and cross-reference with my PayPal, but I did not that moment. So thank you, P. All right. So what can you tell us, Spirit, for my future bride? My future bride. What can you tell us, Spirit? What kind of messages? Okay. So we want messages. I'm going to lay out 4 cards. I am not going to do an energy because I like to try to look at them each as an individual message. This is a kind of, let me move that thing over and that thing over. There we go. There we go. We got it. These are a little bit bigger cards, which is not a problem, but I just run out of room. All right, so we're going to look at them individually, okay? So we're looking at messages from Spirit for my future bride. Whoop. And another upside down. There we go. Okay. All right, so we're going to do this as 4 messages. Now, the Tower. So Spirit is wanting you to know that it looks like a change is coming. You need to be prepared. This does not mean it's a bad change. It could be a very good change. It's something, though, that kind of changes the direction of what you are doing, your thinking, perhaps, or your actual physical actions. But something is changing. Something is coming, and you need to be prepared for that and open-minded, because what Spirit is saying is, looks like you're going to be having a new opportunity to either improve your wealth, improve your job. If you're looking for a job, this might be when you get a job coming in. If you're looking for a new home, if you need to increase your funds, it's also about health and school and things like that. So again, you can kind of think of Pentacles. It's always like associated with wealth, you know, like money, because it looks like a coin. And that is very true. It is about money, but it also is about anything that has to do with your physical life, your physical world. So time is included in that. You know, your energy, things that you do in your day-to-day life. So if you're dedicating a lot of time to something, that would be included. Again, my first thing is about money. That is where I'm getting something new is coming, either a new opportunity or some new money from somebody, or you're going to think of something good. Now, the reason I said think of something good is because we have our 9 of Swords. This is telling me from Spirit that you are being asked to make sure you think about everything before you decide things. It looks like, again, the new thing is coming in. But you need to have made sure that you have really thought of all aspects. Now, you say here you're already going through it. Okay, so you're already going through some things. So what this then is telling you, you must know what this is. And this is saying, you know, make sure you've thought about everything. Don't be so excited about something that when it comes in, or that you just jump on it. You know, maybe it's going to be the most awesome thing you want, but it also means think about it. Maybe it's not. Maybe there's an aspect that you didn't think of, or, you know, but it's very clearly about thinking. So make sure you've thought about things, because if you don't, you might miss something and it won't be as great as you wanted it to be, right? So there's a strong advice. This is coming. This is advice. And then here, this is telling you what to expect. We've got our Empress card, and the Empress says things are going to be growing and evolving. And what that implies from these messages, or I should say this is kind of one message, but it is 2. But I kind of feel like it's one. This, whatever that is, you're going to be able to grow that. Now, if it's a job, you need money, you're going to be able to grow the money. If you're needing a job, you're going to be able to grow the prospects. If you need a new house, you know, you get where I'm going. It's growing it. The Empress is all about nurturing something and growing it to fruition. It's about success. This is a very, very positive card. So, yeah, it looks like something's coming in. Let's pull, and outgoing final message. We don't call it the outcome card because it's not an outcome. It is give us one final sum up or anything else we need to drive home for my future bright. Oh my gosh, we got Pentacles again. Yes, the 10 of Pentacles. This is awesome. Our 10 of Pentacles. This is what's telling you what's going to happen. You want to achieve this. This 10 of Pentacles is all about having it all in terms of, think about it. It goes ace to 10. So this is the final end of the journey. So this is about saying, you know what, you've got it all. It often, this card in the traditional imagery, obviously this is crows, but in the traditional imagery, this is a family. It shows the legacy. It shows people who are stable. They've got a home, they've got the money, they've got the family, they've got their grandma, their grandpa, their child. I mean, it's like generational. We're happy. We're talking about, really long-lasting happiness. Now, again, Pentacles. We see this, right? It has something to do with your everyday life. I keep thinking money, but it doesn't have to be money. It's just kind of what I guess most people are trained to think it's money just because it's Pentacles. But again, work, home, health, school, all those things, something's coming. Just remember to make sure you have thought of everything. You don't want to wreck your Empress moment and let it grow. Yeah. All right. What? Yes, you're trying to get a new home. See? Oh, yes, that's it. It's coming. Now, make sure you're paying attention to everything. Look into the school districts. Look into, think about things that you might not think of initially, but you might be sorry you didn't later, like the school district or, go around the neighborhood and see what kind of cars are there. See if you see any parks, all that good stuff. Oh, my friend. Well, good luck. All righty. We've got Anne, Kristen, Julie, P, and then Shan Monet. All right, so let's find Anne Kristen's question. Anne Kristen, if you have not written it, please do so now. And let's find your question. Let me back up. Looks like, my readings are a little long today because I have so much to say. I'm in a very good mood. I am like a baby. I need seriously 8 to 10 hours of sleep for me to be on my best. Best foot forward. All right, so I'm not seeing it, Anne Kristen. I'm not seeing it. There it is. There it is. Oh, Shan Monet, I see that you're leaving. You have to go pick up your daughter. I will get to you. We've got 3 ahead of you. So I would say from this point, it will probably be about 15, 20 minutes. And after you, I've got 15 more minutes, and then I'm going to shut down donations altogether. So it will be near the end. We're at about an hour and 12 minutes in. Hopefully that'll help you find it. Ooh, okay. Have a great day. Drive safe. Thank you. Gotta say a thank you. Okay. So let's see here. Will I get a new job really, really soon? Or will I continue in the current job I got now? If I see a new job, if you see a new job, do you see when or what type of job? Okay. Let's find out. I'm going to use, we're going to go with Deviant Moon. So we need a job. We want to see Pentacles. We want to see Pentacles for Anne Kristen. Okay. Will Anne Kristen get a job soon or stay in the current job? If it's a new job, when? What type? Okay, let's focus on this. Will you stay in the new job or will you, in the current job, or will you get a new one? And then we'll build a clarifier off to see if we can see what, if it's the new job. Okay, so new job or continuing current job for Anne Kristen. You're welcome, Shan Monet. I'm sorry I couldn't just do yours first. I do have to try to do them in order, just to keep it fair for people. So, all right. So we're looking at current job. I'm looking at new job. These are kind of long cards, so I'm going to have to move them a bit. Current job, new job. Okay. Hiya. Let's see what we've got. This is our current job. And this is our new job. Okay, so I think you do have the opportunity for a new job. I definitely see that. You know, this is kind of, and the reason I say that is we've got our magician. The magician is all about creating new things. And that was, obviously, that's the top card. This is the clarifier. Over here, I think you'd be okay if you stayed in your current job. I don't think you'd have a real problem with it. This is the Seven of Cups. Now, again, this is cups. This is about choices. This is about, you know, figuring out what to do. You know, I don't think, you know, cups is love and emotion. I think, you know, you've got some stability. You've got some comfort there. You could continue, but I don't think that you're really going to rise above kind of where you are. I don't mean to say you wouldn't rise above some, but I mean, it feels kind of like a stagnant thing. And perhaps, you know, you need some choices. You need some opportunities. This could imply choices within your current role or company, I should say, like another job, you know, another position, different hours, you know, whatever. But I don't think it's going to satisfy you. And that's why I say it is because of here. We've got our death card. Guess what death card means? Does not mean death. It doesn't mean dying. What the death card means is new beginnings, kind of transforming. So this is our old job, now our current job. We're looking at the new one. So I'm thinking, you know what, you'd probably be okay. You wouldn't, you know, but you're going to not want it. You're going to be bored. You're not going to be able to move up, you know, things like that. The stagnant energy is what I'm getting there. The new job, I am seeing, got that new job. We're going to spark that right there. Now we've got our our 10 of Swords right here. And this is kind of about finalizing something. This is about, you know, not wanting to repeat past mistakes. So making sure you're getting in a job that's not just like a continuation of this one, because why would you do that? So not looking maybe in the same places. Now, obviously, you have to build on your experience and your skill set or your training. So obviously, there's a certain amount of, you know, pigeonholing that has to come along with that, but be open to new things, because this is what this is saying. Don't repeat past mistakes. Don't allow yourself to feel overwhelmed. This is about thoughts and ideas. Look at this guy. This guy don't look too happy, does he? He's like, oh no, all my thoughts, all my ideas are coming in. Well, that makes sense. That's natural with a new job, of course, but it also can break you if you're not keeping it in check. You know, there's always a learning curve, you know. So I'm seeing new job. I'm seeing new job. So let's see. What are you saying here? You're thinking of a new job. Yup. Starting to feel I don't have more to give or learn. There you go. That's exactly what this is. This is exactly. So here, you're probably afraid. You don't want to make that mistake. You don't want to get involved in something where you're going to feel the same way, right? So this is your concern. You want to make sure that you don't get into the same thing. But because it is kind of like, you don't want to necessarily pigeonhole yourself into doing the exact same thing. Now, maybe you are doing similar things. Like I said, your experience, your education, your training, your skills, all that would mean you're in it. So I'm not saying, you know what, you're a hairdresser, now you should be an astronaut. I mean, I'm not saying that. Or you're an astronaut, now you should be a limo driver. You know, you don't have to change. I'm not meaning that. But I am saying, you know what, be open to where you're looking for things. You know, it looks like something is manifesting already, though. So you might have your eyes on something. Now we're going to get some clarifiers, because you did ask what type we need, and then maybe when. So I'm saying soon, because we got the Magician. So let's see let's see if we can get anything on the type of job. The Hierophant. Oh, the Hierophant. All right, this is about, I don't know what you do, but this is about truth, advice, education. So it might have something to do with, I don't know, are you in teaching? Are you in counseling? Are you in management? This is something about very traditional type of things. So right here, I'm not getting something that's off the beaten path. You know, it's more like a traditional type of role. But again, our Hierophant is all about providing advice, getting things, educating people, truth. It's about truth as well. So, you know, if it's, it could be in so many different settings. You know, the first thing that came to mind is even in criminal justice, you know, you have to be able to educate people, you know, you have to be able to see through and do the truth, you know, so, and then all the way over to restaurant management. I mean, you can be working with people, you're managing people. So do you see the theme I'm talking about though? It depending on your field, it looks like it has something to do with helping people or educating people in some way. It involves an element of truth as well. So let me just get one more and we see if we can get an idea on when. All right, so Queen of Wands. Oh my, this is awesome. The Queen of Wands is who we want to be. This is somebody who is often referred to as the CEO. This is somebody who is very successful, someone who does well, and guess what she is? She's somebody who says, let's do this and get it done. So that's some speed. We got some heat here. We got some passion too. So I'm thinking sooner rather than later. So I can't tell you like Tuesday at 3 o'clock or, you know, I can't really tell you that part, but I am saying it looks to be coming soon. And I also say that's very much coming through with our Magician. Current job is in a grocery store. Okay. So you know what? Using those skills. Now, maybe you could work in the customer service part. You know, I don't know what you're doing there. If you're a cashier, if you're helping, if you're customer service, you know, you go up to customer service. I mean, if you're already in customer service, is there a department management somewhere else? Perhaps you don't even have to go into grocery. These skills translate to so many different things. So I would do some research maybe about how you've got your resume or your application written up, like how your skills are. I used to be a recruiter. I used to be a job recruiter. You never want to lie. You never want to exaggerate. So I am not saying that, but it's how you say something. Like you say you, oh God, I can't even think of an example now, but you know, something that you do talking with customers, how that can relate to communication skills, you know. So you see what I mean? You can really easily, it's the same thing. It's just different words. And think outside. You don't have to stay in grocery. You can use this experience to piggyback and keep growing. But I think if you stay where you are, you're not going to really find much growth. I think you might have different departments you could work in, but I'm not seeing a lot of growth there. Yeah. All right. And good luck. Good luck. All right. We've got Julie, and then we've got P, and then we've got Shan Monet. So anybody else who would like to donate, if you donate, please let me know in the chat. That way I can cross-reference with my PayPal. And please don't be offended if I'm trying my hardest to stay in order, but sometimes I get a little bumped out of line. So just let me know. Just let me know. We're all friends here, right? All righty. So up next, we have Julie. I just realized what time it is. The free portion of the show has now ended. So we are working on donations, but I also want to let you know I'm only going to be accepting donations until 1:30, which is in 8 minutes. Now, of course, I will read all those questions that have come in before 1:30, but 1:30 is where I cut it off, just to keep the show more manageable for me so I can give you guys good readings. That being said, let's just see what Julie needs to know. Julie, my friend, I hate overthinking. Where did I put that 10 of swords? That's you, the 10 of swords. Wow. All right. I hate for overthinking. I was wondering, how does Mike think I feel about him? Does he even know how much I like him? Oh, okay. Let's put it out there. Let's find out. What do we want to use? We want to use the Arcanum. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Okay. Hey, Angel. Welcome. I see you're asking what's the list, and can I ask something? Yes. However, right now we are on donations only. The free portion has closed. So for donations, if you make a donation, you will be on the list. Right now, we have 3 readings ahead of you. And if you decide to donate, my link is in the description. And let me know you donated in the chat, okay? A lot of times PayPal names are different than YouTube, and I have a hard time matching them up. So please write donated if you decide to. If that's not something you want to do, no pressure. I am here every day at 12 o'clock Central, and I do free readings for the first hour, but donations always take priority. So if it's a heavy donation day, sometimes I don't get any free ones. If it's a light donation day, maybe it's all free ones. You know, it's just kind of like, it's all the luck of the cards. I couldn't resist saying that. All right, so let's focus. Julie, what is up? All right, Mike, do you know how much Julie likes you? So are you aware of Julie's feelings? What do you think Julie's feelings are? All right, straighten out this mess I made. Oh no, oh man, look what I just did with my messy shuffling. Oh, I'm gonna glue it. Okay, so let's just see. All right, so there's our energy. We want to know what's Mike thinking, how Julie feels. How does Mike think Julie feels? I can't believe I did that. That makes me mad. And I just noticed it's happening to some other ones too. Ooh, I'm gonna write a review. Dun dun dun. All right. Ooh, okay. So our energy for the spread is 7 of Wands. This is somebody who is very secure and firm in their ideas. We got to see what these are. But the first thing I thought of as, I think Mike knows, and I think Mike knows that this is, I think he's confident that you are. I don't think he's like, well, maybe, or this time when I talked, I think yes, but this time I think no. I don't think that's what's going on. I think he's thinking, yeah, this is a solid thing. I know, Julie, but let's find out. Okay, now we didn't get any pages, so that's a change, right, Julie? All right, so we've got our moon card. The moon card is about working on intuition. It's about kind of going through and not worrying about any dangers or anything that happens because you're being drawn through this weird thing that's, I don't know what that is, the crab and all that. You're able to find your way because the moon is guiding you, right? Well, I'm thinking that as far as how Mike's feeling, I think he feels that, you know what, all these things that he's doing that are actually making you feel like you are not getting that clear message from him, or the work that gets in the way. I don't think he sees this as being anything that you are worried about. I think he thinks it's solid that you have feelings. And I think that he doesn't really think what's going on is a problem. Meaning like, oh, I don't think Julie is wondering what's going on, or I don't think Julie worries about how I feel. I mean, I just think that he just knows that, and he feels like that says he doesn't need to worry about things. That says this too. We've got our 7 of Cups, and that says, you know what? I think, I don't think he thinks he has anything to worry about. I think he knows. And this is Cups, so that's love and emotion. And I think that he thinks that you must be very comfortable with his, and he might not even be thinking this on a conscious level, but I don't think he thinks that when he gives you, look at these cups. Some have this weird, scary dragon and things in it, and other ones have jewels in it, and others have, what is that, a little spirit or a castle. I mean, some are good, some are bad. I don't think he feels like any of these are problems. I don't think so. I also think that he feels that you guys are building something here that has a chance for success. This is our 3 of Pentacles. Pentacles, again, Pentacles. But what this card means is success based off of past work. So I do think that it's a build. It's a build. I don't think he thinks it's a problem. We've gotten this in 2 different readings, and it's coming through clear. Where did my cards go? What did I do with them? Oh, here they are. I got to do a couple. I got to do an end game for sure, or I mean a cut card. Give us a sum. This isn't an outcome. This is a sum up. We need a sum up. What's the energy of this? There's you, Julie. Woohoo! All right. Well, we got our 3 of Cups. This is a new endeavor of the heart. All right. I think Mike knows how much you feel about him. I think Mike also has feelings too. I think we've already established that. but I also get the real impression that he doesn't think any of this is a problem. I think he'd probably be surprised, which you and I would both be like, well, duh. But I don't think he realizes. You know what? Well, let's get a final. I got to get a final. Let's get a final. Oh my God, are you kidding me? I went like this and I pulled it. I didn't even know it was the middle because I put it back random. Holy crap, I got it again. Oh my God, Julie. Okay, you got to have it, Julie. Here you go. You got to do it. We got to do it. Oh, wait, I got to take off that banner. Oh my God, so many steps in this funness. Oh my God, what are we doing? Oh, this is what we're doing. Holy cow. That has never happened to me before that I pulled the cut card twice. Oh my God, Julie, that is awesome. All right, Julie. Yeah, so I think, yes, he does know. I think he absolutely thinks this is a new endeavor of the heart. I think he is right on the same page as far as the feelings. I just don't think he's on the same page as to how to do this. So that would be up to you or the situation. I mean, I don't know how did, I don't know. I don't want to tell you what to do, but I do think you need to kind of, yep, here you go. You need to tell me it's a problem. I was just trying to figure out how to say that. Oh my goodness. All right, my friend. What does what mean? The 3 of Cups? Or what does my mind blown screen mean? My mind is blown because I pulled the 3 of Cups twice, and that was holy crap. The 3 of Cups means a new endeavor of the heart. It means celebrating a new endeavor of the heart. That's you two. Whew. I hope that made sense. I hope that made sense. All right. Oh, Vicky. Oh, hello. Welcome. Okay, you're telling me you donated. All right, guys. Vicky, I am going to do yours. Yes, but it is closed. So donations are shut down right now. So I am going to honor all of my donations. And of course, so I'm going to do that. But just in case anybody else comes in, I am going to put this up. Okay. Actually, I'm going to put, let's do that. All right. Just in case any other people, I of course am going to do the ones I have. All right. So next we have P, and then we have Shan Monet, and then we have Vicky. I love how you spell your name, Vicky. I love it. Looks very French. My name is French. My name is Denise. Everybody, just so you know, my name is Denise. Modern Priscilla Tarot is my name for the show and for my business, but Modern Priscilla is actually an old housekeeping magazine that was called The Modern Priscilla. I think it was started in 1878 or something. And it is, I love it. I have some of the covers of the magazine on my wall here framed. So yeah, that's where I got the name. People always ask me that. Yeah, 1887. It was called The Modern Priscilla, a magazine of needlework, home crafts, and housekeeping. I love all things vintage, my friends. All right. Well, that's what I have to say about that. All right. Yes. He doesn't know it's a problem. And that's why he's not doing it to be a jerk or because he doesn't realize. And no problem, Julie. I do care what happens to you and your situation. Never apologize. That's why we're here, right? All right. P, how are you, P? Thanks. And sorry I got you out of order there before, but I will get to your question now. Let me just scroll up and find you. P. I got you here, but I'm just looking for the actual question. If you've typed, I'm going to check the bottom. Yeah, if you have, here we go. Here you go. Nope, not that. See how quickly my chat bumps? That's why it takes me so long sometimes. All right. Thanks, P. All right. What does Jay, the Scorpio, want to say to me? Ooh, okay. We're going to find out. Ooh, let's use the manga. We're going to use the manga tarot. Dun, dun, dun. It's one of my new ones. It's got such cool artwork. I just think manga is so cute. All right. Anyway, I trimmed the borders because that's what I do. These did have cool borders, I have to say. If you want to see them, Please take a look. I have a quick peek video looking at all the cards. I do that flip through thing. I try to do it quick. So it's like a 10-minute thing. I don't open the box and do all that. I just show you the cards. So take a look if you want. All right. So Scorpio, what do you want to say to P? Jay the Scorpio, what do you want to say to P? All right. All right, that's a good one. That is a good shuffle. Okay, so P, or J, I mean, what are you wanting to say to P? What are you wanting to say to P? All right. Let's see here. Here's our energy for the spread. All right, so we have 7 of Swords. Well, Swords is the suit of communication, so there you go. This is talking about something being kind of left behind. I'm not sure, you know what, I don't know what your scenario is, or situation, I should say, with Jay is. Are you, is this a crush situation? Is this an ex, you know, wanting to reconcile? I'm not sure. But what this implies is about feeling left behind in some way. Okay, so let's see what that's about. It's a crush situation. Okay. Wow. Well, good thing it's a crush, because we got the Ace of Cups. We got the Ace of Cups. Okay. So this is about, again, that's our energy for the spread. And again, sevens, it's about feeling like you're leaving something behind. Now, this could be a good thing too. You know, it's not just about feeling left behind, like, wah, wah, I'm all by myself, left behind. It doesn't have to be about that. It can be like, I'm leaving behind some things here, like thoughts and ideas. That's what Swords is about. Communication, truth, thoughts, ideas. That's what Swords are. So this could be, I'm going to leave some stuff behind, like some ideas I have, maybe some baggage. Maybe that's the overarching thing. Maybe Scorpio has just accomplished this or is working on it. But either way, that is looking good, because you don't want a whole bunch of baggage, right? Here, the Ace of Cups. Look at how beautiful. Manga. Okay, this is the Ace of Cups, and guess what this is? A new spark of love. Aw, perfect. That's exactly what we want. Let me see. Crush. Mutual liking. Okay, so you guys both like each other. You're building things. This is saying it's really strong. It is really strong. I think you both are excited about it. I asked specifically, what does Jay want to say? So if, you know, I'm assuming you're excited about it, but I can say Jay is. Jay's excited. And something, you know, dropping that baggage, or, you know, moving on from some other way of thinking. That's a good thing. We don't want baggage. We don't want any baggage. So here we've got the Moon card right after that. The Moon. Again, now I don't know if you heard that reading with Julie just a minute ago. The Moon card can mean a couple different things. But in the context of this question, this talks about kind of basic or working on your instincts. This talks about, you know, going with the flow. This says, let's go with the flow. Let's let this evolve. You're not in communication right now. All right, well, the feelings are there. Maybe this is about letting something go. Maybe that's what Jay is working on, because he does have feelings for you. Something's getting let go, though, for sure. And it's thoughts and ideas. So it's not an emotional thing. So it's not like, ooh, I got to break up with somebody first. You know, stuff like that. It's not that. It's probably baggage of some kind. You know, but here, Ace of Cups, we got a spark. I'm asking specifically, what does Jay want to say? There is a spark, but I think Jay needs to let go of something. Okay. This is talking about going with the flow, wanting to go with the flow in this relationship. This could be letting go of something here as well. Maybe were you being perhaps pushy? Like, I want to qualify our relationship. I want to declare it. We are a couple. I want to, you know, meet your mom and dad, or, you know, whatever. I mean, maybe were you being a little pushy? Maybe that's here, and you need to drop that and go with the flow. You see? Now here, this is success based off of past work. So, you know, the three of Pentacles. Now, this is everyday work. So, this is saying your work will be rewarded. So, you're not speaking at the moment, so there's no work going on there. So, let's pull a clarifier and see what we can get. Oops, almost dropped one. So, let's see what we can get. What is this work? What is this work? What is the work? Justice. Okay, something's feeling not fair. Did you guys have a conversation? Is there a conversation? You're telling me no, you're not pushy. Okay, so no, you're not pushy. So that eliminates that as the issue. Wanting you to drop something, because to go with the flow. What is that? I don't know. But in my head, I'm like, please confess. You want this information. It's going with the flow. Maybe that's what you need to let go. Is wanting that. Maybe, I mean, easier said than done, I realize, but maybe you just need to talk to yourself about letting that go and go with the flow. Could be that as well. Now here, I did want to get some more on this because it is the Three of Pentacles. Again, this is starting new things, starting a new physical life. So this could be time, energy. Now it's not communication. Communication is our swords, but look what we got on top of it. Hiya! We got our Justice card. Now, Justice is not the Suit of Swords, but this is all about communication and truth. Look at her. She's holding a sword. She wants to be balanced. She wants to be fair. So we need some communication, of course, but here this is based off of some kind of past work, which means, you know, again, your work will be rewarded if you're going with the flow. I'm still going with that. If you go with the flow, it will be rewarded. There'll be more communication. You got to go with the flow. That's what that's saying. Let's get an outcome and see if it gives us more of a locking in this all together. Okay, this is the center of the deck, communication, or the Four. Okay, so we've got our Four of Swords. Now, again, swords are communication, truth. Our Four is saying you need to relax, pull back, and it means refocus the objective. You're not pushy. We know that. So I'm not sure about that pushiness. Did something have to do with, was it a confrontation of some kind? It doesn't have to be an angry confrontation, but maybe a confrontation like this. It has to do with truth. Like, I think you mean this, or I think you do that, or this is not good for me, or, you know, not that any of those things are bad in and of themselves, but they might have been received wrong, or they need to be re-examined. But yeah, so I think what Scorpio is trying to say is something, that feeling is there. It is still there, but I'm really getting go with the flow. I'm getting go with the flow, and I'm getting drop any baggage, and maybe you need to refocus your energy. The Four of Swords was saying you need to hang back. You got to hang back a bit. Yeah. Well, I hope that helps, P. I hope that helps. There's nothing worse than when you're not communicating, you know? It's like, oh, I mean, there's nothing worse than that. I mean, because, you know, you're sitting there thinking like, oh my God, what's going on? All right. And then your mind goes to work and making a story for you. And then you're thinking all these awful things. All right. Monet, you had to leave and pick up your daughter, I realize. So I'm going to do this. I'm hoping you're found this easily in the playback. I just have to find your question because I did see it. There we go. So this is for Shan Monet. Let me see. I'm going to write down what time it is, and I'm going to put it in the timestamp for her. We're going to just go with 1:43. My pen would work, which it doesn't. All right, 1:43, just because I want to, you know, give her that, make it easier. All right, so Shan Monet, what can I do to improve my romantic relationship with SB? Is it over? Okay, so let's find out. We're going to use, which one? What do I want? I kind of don't want that. I want this. I want the Everyday Witch. Yes, I do. All right, so we're doing Shan Monet. You're welcome, P. I know, isn't that hard just to stop thinking? You can't turn off your brain. My advice to you is distract yourself when you feel like you're overthinking things. And if you can't think of a way to distract yourself, this is what I do. I literally start naming things in the room. If I can't get my head off that hamster wheel where I'm thinking and thinking, I got to stop. I can't think of anything else. I can't seem to change the subject in my head. I literally list things in my house. Pen, crystal, another pen. I literally just list things off. And before you know it, you're not thinking about anything and you're not listing things in your room anymore. Can't think about two things at once, my friends. It is physically impossible to have two thoughts simultaneously. You can have consecutive thoughts, but you cannot think about two things at the same time. All right. So, improving the romantic relationship between SB and Shan Monet. What can Shan Monet do? Is it over, or is there something that Shan Monet can do? Right, there we go. That was a good one too. All right, after Shan Monet, we do have Vicky, and then we're going to wrap up the show. Okay. So, Shan Monet, what's going on with your relationship? 8 of Wands. Okay. So, I don't know what happened, but I can obviously guess by your question, you've had something happen, right? So, look at this card. It obviously looks like something happened, right? We've got a tornado here. We've got our wands flying all over. Look at her face like, oh no. So, that is looking like something, obviously it's a big change. So that talks about bracing for something. Clearly we know it already happened. You had an argument, you broke up, whatever happened. So that's picking up. That energy is still very strong. So passions are still high. That's for sure. Wands is the suit of heat, energy, passion, fire. All right. So things are still a little hot right now. But what you can do. So you right now, the best thing you can do to let this tornado calm down is to be like the 5 of Cups. Okay. You want to be back together. We've got 2 cups in the background on the table, right side up. Yes, we want our picnic. We want our balloons. We want our basket. We want this. But look what's not happening right now. Well, obviously, you've broken up and these cups are spilled. And look at her. She's looking in. Now pretend that's you. You're like, oh my gosh, my cups are spilled. You got 2 more right over there. What this is saying to me is you need to kind of let this tornado calm down. So that way you can, without a tornado, look, now imagine, oh geez, I almost dropped it. Imagine these 2 cards were blended together. Imagine this tornado was in the background, right? In order to let that tornado settle so you can stand up and grab your cups, right? So again, remember symbolism, guys. So, the tornado has to die down. So that means you need to kind of back off right now. That's exactly what it's saying. Here, we have our Page of Pentacles. After that, we have our 6 of Pentacles. Notice Pentacles, Pentacles. Pentacles is the suit of everyday life, things in your physical world. So our Pentacle court cards are moving slowly. They're always moving and they're making strides, but they kind of move slowly. I always think of the Pentacle court cards as like a plow horse, digging your feet in and pushing and moving and really strong, but they're kind of slow, right? So I think that, again, you're going to need to just let this go for a while. Let it calm down. Let the tornado stop. Then our Page of Pentacles is saying, you know what? We can make progress. This is not something you want to push. This is not something, it's not to say you don't want to make progress and keep moving, but it is saying you don't want to rush this. You really need to work it out, whatever it was. You need to be thinking about that. A lot of times we shouldn't ever sacrifice our own desires, what we want, what we need. That's what we want, what we need. That's important. But there is room for compromise in other areas. And by taking a little break, you might even see where you might need to compromise or where you could compromise, or at the very least, how you can say things in a more clear way to adjust this. This is Pentacles, so it has everyday life type of things going on. So it could be your home. I don't know if you guys are living together or what's going on. But again, this looks like you can get it back. This is our 6 of Pentacles. This is about giving and receiving. This is about getting back into the groove where you are, giving and receiving to each other, with each other. However, this card also indicates not letting pride get in the way. So that is the message to you from the tarot. I do see you kind of coming back together here. Need to let it die for a little, let the tornado stop. Then you need to come at this with a much more logical, pull your emotions out. You're not going to want to come in and go, you're going to pull your emotions back. You're going to say, you're going to go into it with the intention that you are getting back together or that it's not over. And, you're going to let that tornado, this is also for brace for change. That means some change is coming. So we're going to let the tornado die down. We're going to try to make some change. Here, we're getting back into the giving and receiving part. That's where we want to be. However, the caution is do not let pride get in the way. Now, I'm assuming that is directed at you because of the way I asked the question is what you can do to improve. So I'm assuming that the cards are telling me based on that question, that's you. But you also might have to watch, other people have pride too. And that's why waiting a little bit lets those emotions die down. So is it over? Let's look at the cut card. This is the outcome energy. Let us see. High Priestess. Oh, no, it is not over. It is not. And I think that this is opening up the playing field for you. Notice, and isn't this a cool deck? They have the High Priestess. She's looking in a crystal ball. She's got runes. She's got tarot cards. I love it. So this is saying that, you know what? Energy is always swirling. Energy is always moving. This is talking about working with that energy. It's about putting it out there, what you want. You're wanting to get back together. So you shouldn't be thinking about, oh God, are we going to get back together? Oh, geez, I miss you. You should be thinking about when you were together and when a great time. Imagine a great time, not a shitty time, a great time. And be like, that was awesome. That was so much fun. Or, be putting yourself in those good feeling places. That's what's going to draw it to you. And again, whether you guys are interested in the law of attraction or not, the law is always working. And if nothing else, the positive aspect of a situation will make you feel better than a negative aspect. So at the very least, that'll make you feel in a much better mood. But I'm going to tell you, law of attraction is saying you want to manifest this. You need to start thinking about what you've got, not what you don't have in terms of the relationship. It is probably going to be a little bit slower going. It's asking you to kind of let the tornado die down a bit. Let some emotions cool it. And then we've got things happening. Now, I do want to do one more on our 6 of Pentacles there because I see the giving, receiving. Do not let pride get in the way. I want a little more. King of Wands. Okay. So I think your person thinks that they're right. So this is about not saying their person's right if they're not right. I'm not saying sacrifice the truth or your own well-being, but not letting pride. If something doesn't matter, you know what? Maybe you need to let that go. That kind of a thing. But again, it's very clear you need to wait for the tornado to die down and take it slow and compromise and do not let pride get in the way. Yeah, for sure, Shan Monet. Oh, and you're here. Well, good, Shan Monet. I had written down the timestamp. I was going to put it in the notes for you. But great, you're here. If you got here late, I started it in 1:43. So I started at 9 minutes. So check that out. So glad you're here. Hope you heard that whole thing. Thank you for your donation. All right, guys. Yes, the list is closed now. So this is going to be my last reading. This is for Vicky's Intuitive Tarot. So let's get to your question, my dear. I do think you wrote it up here. Love reading. There it is. I found it. All right, my friends. This is for Vicky. Love reading for you and Wiki. Love it. Okay, so what am I wanting to use? I want to use... I'm getting hungry. I would use this all day. The Wizard's Tarot. Oh, yeah. We're using Wizard's Tarot. You're welcome, Shan Monet. I hope that helped. All right, so we need a love reading for Vicky and Wiki. Vicky and Wiki. All right, so we want to see what's going on in love for Vicky and Wiki. What's the deal? What is going on? What are the energies we're picking up on? Okay. Woo, Page of Wands. That's the go get it card. Go get it. Pages are always about new messages, new information, and that kind of a thing. Being a page, it's kind of like an immature energy. And again, there is a difference between immature and childish. I do not mean childish. I mean immature in the sense of development of the action. We got to see what these are to make sure we're understanding completely what this energy is. But it is a passionate energy. It is about heat. This is something about, this is moving. This is somebody moving and somebody who's got the right attitude. So let's say that and move to there and see what we've got. Okay, so you've got the Emperor and the High Priestess. So the Emperor is, somebody who is, this Emperor, and I don't know that it's necessarily Wiki or you, because remember, cards are gender neutral, but, this person, and it's one of the two of you, this person is someone who's very solid, somebody who is not afraid, but somebody who doesn't want to move on it yet, somebody who kind of is holding back. Are you noticing that Wiki perhaps is maybe holding back? I'm not sure, but the reason I say that is not just because of this card, but because over here we have our Five of Pentacles, and this is kind of about being kept out. So I'm wondering if you're feeling shut out right now. I know you've asked about Wiki before because I remember the name, but I'm so sorry I don't remember the details. So it's about, this is telling me about somebody feels shut out. Somebody's feeling shut out. And I feel it's because somebody might be holding something back. And this is our page. So this is about new energy. So this is saying that this is kind of just in a holding pattern right now. So if this is happening now, then this might be something you might need to be watching for that might be coming up. And I do believe it is just an event. I think things are kind of in a holding pattern in the sense of, we're not going to get up and jump like our page. He wants to get up and run. He wants to be here on the High Priestess. He wants to say, hey, man, I know that everything, I'm so confident in my relationship. I'm confident in my feelings. I'm confident about where I'm going. Well, then let's go get it, the page says. But then we've got these two suckers over here telling us, somebody's holding back. They're ready to do it, and they're maybe being guarded. They're ready. They're on the edge of their seat, ready to do it, but they're not quite there yet. And then here somebody's feeling very left out or shut out in some way. So if it were, if this is Pentacles, so this is about daily life. This is about, your physical world. So time, the house, so it doesn't necessarily mean, you locked the door and shut somebody out of the house, but it does mean somebody who feels kind of left out, and that could be left out. I don't know if you guys are living together, maybe it feels left out of the planning of the future, planning for what we're going to do with our lives, what we're going to do next. That might be why they're holding back. So that could be. Let's pull some more. I'm not getting any cups. So let's see. We need to see the outcome energy. Outcome energy card is 10 of Wands. Okay. This is about feeling really burdened. This is about feeling burdened down. But the thing about our 10 of Wands is not just about burden, like, oh my gosh, I have all this burden. It's about the burden of success, meaning things are going okay and are going well. I mean, I've accomplished things, and now here I have to have, that success comes with a burden of its own, right? Like, what is the burden of success when you're trying to get in a relationship? Well, it's that, we're successful, but now I have to learn to compromise, or whatever. I'm just making that up as far as it's not what I'm seeing, but, and I don't know your relationship. So I don't know what you might be thinking this means or how it plays in terms of these two things. But I am seeing that the relationship has a smooth flow. I see a smooth flow. But it's being held up. It's being held up. And then we've got this burden going on. Let's see. He is burdened with work right now. Okay. Well, there's our burden. And that's what's keeping it shut out. Perhaps this is what's kind of screwing things up. Maybe this is work and it's not even about your relationship. Maybe somebody's ready to do something, but feeling held back, feeling shut out at work. Maybe not feeling like they're getting Wiki's getting the pay that's due or owed or deserving or whatever. I don't think it has anything to do with you though. This is the you part. This is, I feel so confident in the relationship and comfortable, and I'm ready just to jump in and let's do I don't know what you might want to do, but it's that symbolism of jumping in. Do you see what I mean? Let's pull one more for you though, Vicky. What other advice can you give me? Let me stack it. I've only pulled the cut card once in my life, and that was on this show. Because it's in there, and I'm obviously pulling random for the cut card and for this. So what are the odds? And I only happened once, and it happened on this show with Julie. Anyway, freaked me out. So what are we asking? Oh, yeah. So can you please give us a little more information here about love? What are the feelings? What are the feelings? How's Wiki feel? That's what we're going to ask. Okay, we got 5 of Swords. So 5 of Swords is kind of feeling like this is about winners and losers. It's about somebody winning and somebody losing. Now, that doesn't make much sense because, you guys aren't fighting. So at least from what I'm understanding. But somebody's feeling like, I guess, that Wiki might be feeling that, in order for one to win, the other one has to lose, which is not the case. There is a compromise. We need a little more, please. 6 of Swords. Okay. I don't think it's about winners and losers necessarily. I think that Wiki is probably feeling overwhelmed with work. The burden of success is causing a lot more. He's ready to move forward doing other things. This could be a relationship, spending more time together, doing fun things, maybe even doing stuff, hobbies, whatever else. But feeling unable, feeling kept away from it because got to keep working. Pentacles, got to keep working. So then when I said clarify for me or what the feelings, it's the winners and losers. And at first my impression was maybe that something was feeling winning, someone won, someone lost. But I changed my mind when I put my clarifier down because the clarifier is saying, and it's also Swords. Notice we have Swords. You're there. You're there. This isn't even about you. Look you're in the sidecar and there's Wiki driving around and you're there. So you're helping. You're helping. These are thoughts and ideas. I think that you probably are, that person who Wiki probably likes to vent to share, the day or ask you. I mean, I don't know necessarily, maybe not asking work questions, but let me see, you're my shining light. I don't want to think about work anymore. So I want to think about other things. So tell me about, that awesome lunch you had or something that's not anything I have to get in deep about. Maybe that's what it is. Because you know what? I think Wiki is feeling just overloaded. We had the burden card as our cut card. Feeling overloaded and maybe feeling if he takes his foot off the gas at work, he's going to lose. He's going to be shut out. Do you see that? But there you are. You're there. He's just really focused on work. Let's see. Extremely overworked and it's affecting. Yeah, I could totally see it. Let's do one more for you, Vicky. Let's just see. Is this going to change soon? Let's just see. Is this going to change soon? Give me a yes or a no. 2 of Pentacles. Woo! Pentacles. I think you know what the 2 of Pentacles mean. This is partnership. This is Pentacles, though. This is talking about balancing the physical aspects of life. So, yes, I think it's going to turn around for you, my friend. I think it's going to turn around. I do. Look at that. 2 of Pentacles. 2 of Pentacles. Balancing the aspects of everyday life, including work and time. Let's see. Yes, you encourage him a lot and you are his strength. That's you in the sidecar. That's you in the sidecar. Yes. Oh, yeah. And yes, this was my yes or a no. Is this going to work itself out? Yes, absolutely. Literally, this card might as well just said, yes, Denise. The answer is yes. That's how clear it is. Oh, Vicky. Well, thanks for your donation, honey. And thanks for your work moderating. You do a great job. And I love it when I see you. So thank you also for your patience on that. So everyone, thank you so much for being here. This is going to wrap up the show for today. I want to remind you all, public service announcement. I have to do it every day because it's so important. Please be careful out there. Wear your mask. Stay 6 feet away. Don't let people get in your way with their germs. Then let me see, what else did I want to tell you? Oh, here you go. Please make sure you hit subscribe if you have not already. I would love to keep you in the family. And lastly, I want to remind you, I do private readings. If you're interested, shoot me an email. It's in the description. That being said, thank you so much, my friends. I will see you tomorrow at 12 o'clock for more tarot.